Here's Ketchbaya. Ball chipped in, looking for Shearer. Ferguson's header! Newcastle United score! Aston Villa hit by the sucker punch. And Duncan Ferguson's first Premiership goal of 1999 would have such stark effect on both Aston Villa and Newcastle United seasons. And eventually Newcastle managed to find the right ball for him. Ferguson just leaning on Colin Calderwood, managing to steer his header past David James. It's only the 5th goal that Villa have conceded here this season. Now Boateng, George Boateng, beat Harper.
Adele.
He spent more time on the bench than an Old Bailey judge in recent weeks, but with injuries, suspensions and 3 straight defeats for Southampton, many believed Matt Letizia would return to the starting lineup against Coventry. The Saints fans appear divided on the issue.
For a man that's given his service to a club this size, I think it's diabolical, to be honest with you. And I think if he'd had his head screwed on, he should have went to a bigger club 2 or 3 years ago when there was talk about it.
You think Jones is right to leave him on the bench at the moment?
I think so, yeah, personally. I know it'll upset a lot of people, but there may be certain times in a game when you can bring him on, you know, for about 10 minutes and he'll turn the game for you. He was still a genius, no matter what you say.
Well, if he's fit, he should be in the team, but we're not the manager. The manager makes the decisions.
You don't think his ability, especially the fact you've been losing in recent games, he should be in from the start?
No, because, you know, there's always a chance that he could do something, you know, he ought to save his energy for when it might be needed a bit more towards the end of the game.
But the only energy Letiz expended during the 90 minutes was when he emerged from the substitutes bench to warm up, as he endured another frustrating afternoon on the sidelines. To rub salt into the wounds, Letiz didn't come on. Kevin Davis did, and he missed one of several clear-cut chances, as Saints drew a blank for the 4th successive game.
Tiz has done a fantastic job at this football club. Nobody can knock that. But at the moment, we just feel that, you know, he needs to be sharper and everything else. And that'll, you know, whether that comes in reserve games or whatever, when he gets his hour or his half an hour on the pitch, he's got to do that. So, you know, you boys love making a big issue of it. It's big news for you, and I've got a job to do, and football club's got to go on, and we'll carry on doing it.
As for those who did play, they served up as entertaining a 0-0 as you're ever likely to see. But poor finishing and fine goalkeeping, particularly from Magnus Hedman, ensured it finished goalless.
How would you rate your goalkeeper, Magnus Hedman, alongside the other number ones in the Premiership? Where is he in terms of...
As a smashing goalkeeper, you know, I don't rate him as high as his agent thinks he is. But I rate him as a good lad who's done well since he's come here, done very, very well. And he's got another 10 years at the top level, so he can only get better.
It's backs to the wall for Southampton. Some would say it's crying out for a matte finish.
So Coventry City fails in their quest to even that series. In Saturday's last match now, Bradford tried to upend Borough at Valley Parade. Nick London bringing us all the action from the frosty fields of Bradford.
Bradford's win at the Riverside in the summer sunshine back on the opening day seemed a long time ago as the teams met again at a frosty Valley Parade. Brian Dean's block after just 3 minutes denied Stuart McCall as the home side made the early running. But on 13 minutes, Borough took the lead. Christian Ziegler's low cross gave Hamilton Ricard the chance to net his 5th goal in the last 5 games. Bradford continued to suffer cruel luck in front of goal. Lee Mills beat former Bantams keeper Mark Schwarzer, but not the post. And despite their failure to turn pressure into goals, Dean Saunders, the man whose strike beat Borough back in August, stayed on the bench. Again Mills came close, and again Borough survived. But Bradford's top scorer was not to be denied. On the hour, he latched onto Paul Gascoigne's weak defensive header to tuck home his 4th Premiership goal. Gascoigne, who was making a rare start for Borough in the absence of Paul Ince, failed to recover following that clash with Peter Beagrie. And youngster Mark Somerville had to come on to take Gascoigne's place in midfield. Another substitute, Neil Maddison, had a late opportunity, but he failed to beat Matt Clark in the home goal, and the sides had to settle for a point each.
Your goals got Bradford up last season. You said there's more to come. Can your goals keep Bradford up?
I hope so. I mean, I scored 25 last season, and I set myself a target of 10 this season. I think that's being optimistic, to be fair. But yeah, if I get 10 goals and then somebody else can chip in as well, I think we've got a good chance.
So with that, the Saturday schedule was complete, and that left 2 remaining matches on Sunday. We start off in Liverpool as the Reds played host to Sheffield Wednesday. Onto the pitch they came. Michael Owen, he's ready for kickoff, hoping his hamstrings will hold up. Gerard Houllier greeting supporters, and Liverpool trying to get the victory. Sheffield Wednesday, though, had other thoughts. Wim Jonk, the pass to Nicholas Alexanderson, and he scored. Danny Wilson, the Sheffield Wednesday manager, big smile on his face. It was 1-0. Not for long. David Thompson, the corner kick. Sandy Hupia with the header. That equalized the match, 1-1. Then Liverpool would take the lead. David Thompson's volley stopped by Kevin Pressman, but the rebound gotten by Danny Murphy, and he hit the website. That made it 2-1. Then later in the second half, Rigobert Song passing to Steven Gerrard, and look at him dribbling up the pitch right through the heart of the defense. And he slotted it past Kevin Pressman, his first ever goal for Liverpool. That made it 3-1. And then another one. David Thompson sets off on a run of his own. There you have it. 4-1, Liverpool. Danny Wilson, he was smiling earlier. Bit of a different facial expression this time. Now we get to Derby County and Leeds United. Lee Bowyer crossing to Alan Smith. Mark Poom, the goalkeeper, there to intercept it. Now, Poom only has one hand on the ball. Right here. And it gets away from him. Alan Smith there to take advantage. Smith will score the goal. The ref disallowed it for no apparent reason. Look at it again. He must have thought that Smith knocked the ball out of Poom's hands. Not the case. The call went against Alan Smith, but Leeds would come back in the 90th minute. Harry Kewell on a run, brought down by Horacio Carbonari. A silly play by Carbonari because that sets up the penalty kick for Leeds. Ian Hart will get it. The EPL's top-scoring defender gets another one. 1-0 Leeds with the victory. So it's all been